One major change that occurred between the 1960s, the 1970s, and 80s, which has had a lot of effects on Americans, both good and bad, is that society has to a large extent changed. The economy has changed from a manufacturing-oriented economy to a service-oriented economy. Now, one of the effects of this is that a service-oriented economy is much more female-friendly, okay? A manufacturing-oriented economy is more male-friendly, not only because it takes male upper body strength to lift certain types of things, but because manufacturing-oriented economy tends to value concentration. A service-oriented economy tends to value interacting with people, and it also tends to, as Arianna Huffington pointed out in her first book, The Female Woman, distractibility, which sounds like something negative, but she points out it actually refers to a female ability, or ability common among females, to kind of go from one thing to another while retaining original information. Okay. Now, one of the more negative problems with this is that this change from the manufacturing economy to the service economy might be a factor in the weakness of marriage and in the high level of out-of-wedlock births. Now, what do you ask is the connection there? Because it used to be that just about any male could, as soon as he graduated high school, he could go into a factory and get a job that would support a family. Now, his wife, very often, if they had children, would have to maybe do some part-time work, take in laundry or something similar. Or she'd have to be very careful as far as her spending habits. But he could frugally support himself, a wife, and at least a small family, okay? And by the 1960s, families were already becoming smaller. Now, a man who graduates from high school and works at McDonald's or at a convenience store, it's kind of unlikely that he can support a family. And he may have trouble supporting himself. Okay, there have been studies that have found that sometimes 30 to 50%, and sometimes even the majority of homeless in some areas, actually work full-time jobs. They just don't make enough money to pay the basics and keep a roof over their heads. Okay, he doesn't have enough money to support himself. He certainly doesn't have enough money to support a family. And even if he marries a woman who is also working at McDonald's, between the two of them, it's very unlikely that they can both support themselves and support children. This also factors into the reason that we have a higher abortion rate than some Western European countries, where abortion is also legal. Abortion is legal in Switzerland. Abortion is legal in the Netherlands, and in some other countries where it is not nearly as common as in the United States. And why is that? Well, I don't know exactly why it is, but I think that it's not too outrageous to suggest